allocation reflects the administration strategy, the strategic priorities especially, and the implementation of the Renew Hope agenda and its developmental objectives. The 2025 budget overview. The numbers for our 2025 budget proposal tell a bold and exciting story of the direction we are taking to retool and revamp the socio-economic fabric of our society.
One of those crowns I have here fell. I put some like kind of a cement myself.
To fund the budget. Government expenditure in the same year is projected to be 47.90 million naira, including a trillion naira, including 15.81 trillion naira for debt servicing. I promise we have to bring this down. A total of 13.0 trillion naira, or 3.89% of GDP, will make up the budget deficit. That is achievement. This is an ambitious but necessary budget to secure our future. The budget projects inflation will decline from the current rate of 34.6% to 15% next year, while the exchange rate will improve from approximately 1,700 naira per dollar to 1,500 naira, and a base crude oil production assumption of, say, 2.06, that's 2.5 million per day. The projections are based upon the following observations. Reduce the importation of petroleum products alongside increased exports of finished petroleum products. Bumper harvest driven by enhanced security, reducing reliance on food imports, increasing foreign exchange inflows through foreign portfolio investments, higher crude oil output, and export coupled with a substantial reduction in upstream oil and gas production costs. Key priority areas: rebuilding Nigeria. Our budgetary allocation underscore this administration's strategic priorities, particularly in advancing Renew Hope agenda and achieving its developmental objectives. The highlights of the 2025 budget allocations: defense and security, 4.91 trillion naira. Infrastructure, 4.06 trillion naira. Health, 2.48 trillion naira. Education, 3.5 trillion naira. As we embark on implementing the 2025 budget, our steps are deliberate, our decisions resolute, and our priorities are clear. This budget reflects a renewed commitment to strengthening the foundation of a robust economy while addressing the critical sectors essential for the growth and development we envision. To secure our nation, security is the foundation of all progress. We have significantly increased the funding for the military, paramilitary, and police forces to secure the nation, protect our borders, and consolidate government control over every inch of our national territory. The government will continue to provide security forces with the modern tools and technology they need to keep us safe. Boosting the morale of our men and women in the armed forces will remain our government's top priority. The officers, men and women of our armed forces and the Nigerian police force are the shield and protectors of our nation. Our administration will continue to empower them to defeat insurgency, banditry, and threat to our sovereignty. Our people should never live in fear, whether on their farmland, highway, or cities. By restoring peace, we restore productivity, revive businesses, and rebuild our communities. For infrastructure development, we launched the Renew Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. It was with the conviction that infrastructure remains the backbone of every thriving economy. Under this program, we are accelerating investment in energy, transport, and public works. By leveraging private capital, we hope to complete key projects and give growth and create more jobs. We have already embarked on key legacy projects. Lagos Calabar Kusa Highway, Sokoto and Badagry Highway. They will have a huge impact on the lives of our people and accelerate economic growth. That is the rationale behind that. Human capital development. Our people are our greatest resource. That's why we are making record investment in education, healthcare, and social services. Our administration has so far disbursed 34 billion naira to over 300,000 students through the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund. In the 2025 budget, we have made provision for 825.90 billion naira for infrastructure development in the education sector. This includes those for the Universal Basic Education UBEC and the 9 new higher educational institutions. We are convinced that universal health coverage initiatives will strengthen primary healthcare system across Nigeria. In this way, we have allocated 402 billion naira for infrastructure investment in the health sector of year 2025 budget. and another 282.65 billion naira for the basic health care fund. Our hospitals will be revitalized with medication and better resources, ensuring quality care for all Nigerians. This is consistent with the federal government's planned procurement of essential drugs for distribution to public healthcare centers and facilities, nationwide improvement in healthcare across and reducing medical imports dependency, revitalizing agriculture. Increased agricultural production is essential to our food security agenda, but insecurity has crippled this vital sector. We are supporting our farmers with funding and inputs to reignite productivity. Food security is non-negotiable. In this regard, we are taking bold steps to ensuring that every Nigerian can feed conveniently, and none of our citizens will have to go to bed hungry. Distinguished Senate, President of the Senate, Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, leaders and members of both chambers of the National Assembly, and fellow Nigerians, our 2025 budget proposal is not just another statement on projected government revenue and expenditure. It is one that called for action. Our nation faces essential threats from corruption and insecurity, and suffers from many past poor choices. These challenges are surmountable when we work collaboratively to overcome them.
I never join a meeting without my AI meeting assistant to take notes. Watch this. I can ask Otter AI.
We must rewrite the narrative of this nation together with every leader, institution, and citizens playing their part. Get me right. The time for lamentation is over. The time to act is now. It's a time to support and promote greater investment in private sector. A time for our civil servants to faithfully execute our policies and programs. It is a time for every Nigerian to look hopefully towards a brighter future, because a new day has dawned for us as a nation. As your president, I remain committed and resolute to continue to lead the charge. This 2025 budget proposal laid the foundation for peace, prosperity, and much needed hope. It is the plan through which a Nigerian, every citizen, everywhere can dream, work, and thrive safely, and it can be achieved. It is with great pleasure, therefore, that I lay before this distinguished joint session of the National Assembly the 2025 budget of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, titled the Restoration Budget, Securing Peace, Building Prosperity, and may God bless and keep our troops fighting for our security safe. May God bless the armed forces of Nigeria. May God bless this Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
So we just saw President Bola Ahmed Tinubu right there presenting the budget, and as correspondent had told us, we expected that he would touch on all the numbers, but the high points of it, and some of those high points we see is defense seems to have the highest, all of that, of the budget's allocation, 4.91 trillion naira is what we see allocated to defense against 3.8 trillion last year. I believe the Senate President.
I now have the singular privilege and honor to invite my brother, the Right Honorable Speaker, of the House. Thank you. If you look around you, you'll notice that the senators are a bit quiet. The reason is that in the red chambers, we don't clap, we don't sing. we only face the business of legislation, and then we pretend as if we don't smile at all. But I thank you for recognizing my brother, the head of the House of Representatives. Yes. Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, Professor, GCON. We will now give the vote of thanks.
GCON. His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my dear brother, distinguished Senator Goswill Akpabio, GCON, the President of the Senate, Honorable Justice Kudirat Keke Eku, the Chief Justice of the Federation, distinguished Senator Barrow Jibril, the Deputy President of the Senate, my dear brother, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, and the Governor of Kwara State, the APC, the Governor of the APC Progressive Governors, other governors present here, principal officers of the Senate and the House of Representatives, Excellencies, former presiding officers of the National Assembly, distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives, distinguished Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, the Chief of Staff to the President, members of the Federal Executive Council present here, Excellencies, the National Chairman of the greatest party in Africa, or Alaji Ganduje, other representatives of party chairman here, head of civil service of the Federation, members of the diplomatic corps, the chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission and his commissioners, clerk to the National Assembly, deputy clerk to the National Assembly, clerk to the Senate and House of Representatives, secretaries of directorates of the National Assembly, head of security agencies, head of federal agencies and parastatals, National Assembly management staff, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the House of Representatives and the entire National Assembly, I extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for presenting the 2025 appropriation bill to this joint session. Today's presentation fulfills a fundamental constitutional mandate and reflects a vision and steadfast commitment to addressing the needs and aspirations of all Nigerians. Over the past 18 months, your administration has taken bold and decisive steps to reform our economy. The removal of fuel subsidy, unification of foreign exchange rates, and introduction of innovative economic policies have laid a solid foundation for sustainable growth and development. While these reforms have demanded short-term sacrifices, they are acts of courage and patriotism. History teaches us that transformative progress often begins with difficult decisions. Examples from China's market reforms, India's liberalization, and South Korea's industrialization have found the enduring benefits of such bold action. These lessons inspire confidence that Nigeria's ongoing reforms will foster economic growth, reduce poverty, and ensure long-term prosperity for everyone. Mr. President, your administration's reforms have disrupted the status quo, sparking resistance from vested interests. Yet these courageous measures underscore your resolve to prioritize the welfare of Nigerians. The National Assembly stands ready to support these reforms through legislative backing and to facilitate public engagement for greater understanding and acceptance. Your Excellency, 2024 has been a year of mixed economic fortunes. The National Bureau of Statistics reported GDP growth of 3.46% in the third quarter, up from 3.19% in the second quarter, largely driven by the services sector. Despite challenges posed by climate change and insecurity, agriculture remained a critical contributor, accounting for 17.22% of nominal GDP in the first quarter and 22.61% in the second quarter. However, inflation rising to 33.88% in October, alongside escalating food and energy costs, continue to strain households across the country. Nonetheless, the International Monetary Fund's projection of 3.2% growth for 2025 underscores a positive trajectory if reforms are sustained and structural issues addressed. Mr. President, your international engagements have further reinforced Nigeria's global standing. The agreements from your September 2024 visit to China are set to transform rail transport, enhance digital literacy, boost agriculture, and strengthen national security, while elevating Nigeria-China relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership. Engagements in France similarly secured 300 million euro for critical sectors, while Brazil's 4.2 billion grant to strengthen agriculture underscores your focus on sustainable growth. Notably, one of your administration's remarkable achievements is advancing local government autonomy, ensuring that resources reach grassroots communities and empowering them to address their specific needs. This commitment to transparency and accountability will have a lasting impact, particularly on our rural communities. Your Excellency, the proposed 2025 budget of 49.7 trillion, which is a 35% increase over 2024, is really ambitious and very commendable. The projections of 4.6% GDP growth, a crude oil price of $75 per barrel, an exchange rate of 1,400 to the dollar, and oil production of 2.06 million barrels per day are bold but very achievable. However, Nigeria's fiscal realities warrant critical reflection. Despite being Africa's most populous nation, with over 220 million people, our 2024 national budget of $36.7 billion remains modest compared to countries with a budget of $160 billion for its only 60 million citizens. Egypt with $110 billion for its 110 million people. Algeria with 60 billion naira, $60 billion for its 45 million people. And Morocco allocating $50 billion for its only 37 million residents. Indeed, Nigeria's low tax revenue also remains a major constraint.
I'm sandwiched between the two generations. I'm helping to give caregiver responsibilities to my dad and then my son.
Africa, significantly below the continental average of 15.6%. In comparison, South Africa's tax to GDP ratio stands at 25.4%, while Rwanda and Ghana, with more smaller populations, report ratios of 15.1% and 14.1% respectively. Even our VAT collection efficiency at approximately 20% is notably below the near 70% efficiency achieved by South Africa, Equatorial Guinea, and Zambia. Mr. President, addressing these challenges requires urgent and comprehensive tax reforms to broaden our tax base, improve compliance, streamline administration, and reduce reliance on borrowing. The National Assembly will continue to work with the administration to ensure that such reforms are equitable, effective, and considerate of the needs of vulnerable populations. To this end, we have engaged stakeholders to address concerns raised on the tax reform bills, fostering trust and cooperation. I have personally led numerous high-level meetings and consultations with state governors and other key stakeholders on this issue, achieving very, very positive outcomes. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach 2025, we must embrace the realities before us with determination. Stabilizing prices, boosting agricultural productivity, expanding infrastructure, and investing in education, healthcare, and security, which remain our paramount priority. To strengthen national unity and build trust, it is essential for the government to communicate its achievements effectively to the Nigerian people. Mr. President, let me assure you that the National Assembly is fully committed to supporting the successful implementation of the 2025 budget. This is not merely your budget. It is a national project requiring collaboration across all arms of government. We want to ensure its timely passage, provide legislative support for critical reforms, and conduct robust oversight to guarantee transparency and efficiency in its execution. Mr. President, fellow colleagues, let us take a moment to recognize and honor the profound sacrifices made by each and every Nigerian over the past year. The removal of fuel subsidies, rising inflation, and adjustment to economic policies have created challenges. Yet, these sacrifices are necessary for building a stronger, self-reliant, and prosperous Nigeria. I call on all Nigerians to remain resilient and united in our collective pursuit of a brighter and better Nigeria. In conclusion, Mr. President, thank you for your visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to Nigeria's progress. The 2025 budget represents a crucial step towards economic recovery and sustainable development. I'm confident your reforms will soon deliver tangible benefits for all Nigerians. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Right honorable members, distinguished senators, once again, let me invite all of us in the National Assembly to applaud the remarks of the Right Honorable Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. Thank you. Mr. President, all protocols observed. To summarize the Right Honorable Speaker's remarks, it simply refers to the Holy Book, where they said that the disciples of Jesus Christ moved in one accord. Your remarks show clearly that the two chambers of the National Assembly are united in one accord in supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to revamp the economy of this country and at the same time create a better future for generations yet unborn. On that note, may we now rise for the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So that's it. The presentation we've been waiting for has happened, and some high points